What's happening, my friend? My name is David and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about should you believe in fate and why or why not. So stick around. If you're new to my channel and you like personal and spiritual development videos, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and the notification bell. Ouch. Because I release new videos every Monday, and let's get right into it. So last night I was having a chat with a friend of mine and the topic of fate came up, and I asked him, do you believe in fate? What's your take on it? And he said to me that he thinks it's like 50-50. And what I mean by fate is your life predetermined before you were born? And are you just destined to be in a certain job, or destined to marry a certain person, or destined to be single, or whatever it is for the rest of your life? And that's just the way life is. And in my experience, I was an accountant for a good 9 or 10 years, and even though I didn't like it, I never made any decisions to move or took any actions to change my situation. And it could have been easy for me to say, well, maybe I'm just destined to be an accountant for the rest of my life and not live a life that I really want to live, not chase my dreams. And what I have come to realize with the research that I've done on life, and this, you could take it with a grain of salt. It depends on what you believe. But in life, we do have freedom of choice. We do have free will. The problem is that our decisions are made based off of our belief system. And if we don't believe something is possible for us, we're not going to make a decision to go do that thing. For instance, I wanted to be a musician for a very long time, and I was having a chat with a new girlfriend of mine about 10 years ago, and the topic of careers came up. She's like, why are you an accountant? And I said, well, I guess it's just, I was really, really depressed about it, to be honest. And she was like, why are you an accountant? And I said, well, I guess it's money and it pays okay, and I'm all right at the job. She's like, what do you really want to do? I said, music. And she goes, well, why don't you go do that? And I said, well, no, I can't. My instant reaction was I can't do that, because my belief system was like, well, if I could do music, I probably won't make it. No self-belief, starving artist type mentality. So yes, the internet wasn't what it is today, and there are a lot more opportunities, I believe, out there for artists in this day and age. But all that aside, even if it was now, I probably still would have said no. So what I think is that, so I've read a couple of books on this, and if you think of your life as a movie with multiple alternate endings, and in order for you to perhaps experience a different ending or experience something different in life, you're going to have to make different decisions. Of course, that makes sense. So if you are, what I imagine life to be is like a flowchart full of options, and depending on where you are in the flowchart, you may make a decision, and that will give you a bunch of different possibilities of what could happen after you make that decision. And then if you choose one of those decisions, then another bunch of possibilities. So that the choice, the options are really limitless. You just don't know what they are, because this is to go very deep on this is a decision that you make as a soul before you're even incarnated on this planet. And so if you don't make certain decisions, then you are going to stay where you are, or your life can really go in any direction you want it to, based off of the decisions you make. So just using myself as an example, when I was living in London, I had a very big mindset shift, which allowed me to break out of the paradigm of being an accountant for the rest of my life. Even though I knew I didn't want to do it for the rest of my life, I just never made any decisions or changed my actions to even, or took any actions to change my situation. And since making that decision to not be an accountant and pursue something different, my life has taken a lot of different turns. And I've learned a lot of different lessons that I wouldn't have learned if I had stayed being an accountant. And now I believe what my friend believes. I think that life is preordained to a degree, but you do have free will to decide which direction you'd like your life to go in. And depending on what decisions you make is going to open up a whole broad spectrum of people that you're going to meet. And these people that you meet in your life, are people, no matter how random it may seem, they're people that you've made what's called as a soul contract. You've made a soul contract with this person to meet up at a certain point in your life. That person will either help you learn a valuable lesson or help you get to a different point in life. And I think those are the two biggest things. If you think of anyone that you've had in your life, and maybe they're still in your life or maybe they're not in your life anymore, if you look back on it, you'll realize that you probably learned a lesson as a result of that person being in your life. And it's much easier to look at that in hindsight than it is to realize what the lesson is at the time the person is in your life. So is life predetermined? Is it preordained? I guess the answer is yes, but it really comes down to what's the ending that you want to have for your movie. You know, you are in complete control. Whether you feel like you are or you aren't, you definitely are in complete control. And if you're in a situation, I guess the biggest point of this video is that if you're in a situation, be it a relationship or perhaps even a job that you don't like, then you're not destined to be miserable or be in that position for the rest of your life. Until, you definitely have the power to make the change. And that is the biggest thing I guess I want you to take away from this video. Of course, you can take anything away you want, but the biggest thing is free will, having free will, knowing that you can that you're in complete power to change your life and take it in the direction you want to take it. And just know that when you make that decision to change, life will throw definitely some big challenges your way. But if you continue on that path and you have a better idea of what you want to achieve in life and what you would like your life to look like, you will get there eventually, just based off of the fact that life is predetermined in some ways. As long as you take the right actions and learn the right skills or whatever it is you need to do in order to get there. So that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a like down below and drop a comment what you believe to be true about fate. Do you believe that life is predetermined and that you have no power to change? Or do you believe that you are the master of your own destiny and that you can do whatever you like? I'd love to hear from you. So until the next video, peace, much love, and take care.